Hey, what's up guys? This is my 9th episode of the best Android apps for 2014. If you have not been through my previous episodes, make sure you check them out as you may find a lot of useful applications. So without any further ado, let's begin the countdown. The first app here is the Parallel Access. With this app, you can view your computer's display on your mobile device. All you have to do is download this app from the Play Store and sign up for this app for a free trial. You will get an email, open it from your computer and download the Parallel Access agent. Then install it on your PC or Mac depending upon what you use. Now start the application on your computer and on your phone. There is a tutorial video at the startup showing you how to use this application.
Here's the app launcher. It lets you start any of your desktop applications like they were Android apps.
Okay, so here we have the list of all the applications. To add more applications, tap on the options and hit Edit Application List. Now select the application you want to run on your device. You can search for your apps from here and tap here to see the currently running apps. Now, as you can see, I can see what's going on in my laptop and I can control various things on my laptop using this device. We can do the same with Windows as well. All we need to do is download the Parallel Agent for Windows. All the apps, multimedia files that runs on my computer can be used on my phone. For example, let's say iTunes. I can play the songs that are on my iTunes library on my device, or any videos or pictures. On your computer, you can see what's been displayed on your phone. You can control your computer from your phone and vice versa. The sidebar here lets you see through the currently running apps. Jump to the app launcher, go to Settings and Show Keyboard. You can move this sidebar by dragging it and hide it by dragging it to the corner. To remove any application from the app launcher, tap and hold and drag the icon to remove, or create shortcut if you want to create a shortcut. You can drag to scroll around any window like on the Android application. And for apps that require zooming in, you can pinch in and out to zoom. To select any folder or application, tap once. Double tap to open it, and you can tap with 2 fingers to bring up the options. To magnify, tap and hold on any part of the screen. To drag and drop any files or folder, tap and hold until you see a red circle. Now move the file wherever you want to. For word processing apps like the Microsoft Word, you can use the magnifier to drag the slider to where you have to type and bring the keyboard and start typing. You can select any word by double tap and move the slider to select more or less. At the top, you have options to cut, copy and paste. So guys, a very innovative app here. Just give it a try and you guys will love it. The next one here is Copy Bubble. Say you copy a text, for example the address of a person, to paste it and send it as a text. And again, suddenly you have to copy a link and save it as a note. So what happens is the previously copied text will get replaced. So, with Copy Bubble, multiple items will get copied at the floating icon. And you get options to choose which to copy or share or delete the copied text. It also shows you the number of items copied, and it does not copy the same thing twice. So you can copy all you want and paste it whenever necessary. You can also choose multiple choice, that is, you can select multiple copied items and then you can copy it and paste it at a single place. Let's say email. Okay, so let me just quickly give you a quick demo. And there you see. So guys, this app is very simple, very useful. Say for example, you copy a link and it gets saved so that you do not need to worry in case in between you need to copy something else. So this is a very handy application. The next app in my list is the Auto Hide Soft Keys. With this app, you can simply hide the soft keys from your screen. Most of the devices like Xperia Z2, HTC One M8, LG G3 and Nexus 5 comes with on-screen navigation buttons, which at times gets annoying as it takes up the on-screen space. Say for example, like when you are scrolling on a web page or playing games or anything that requires full screen. With this application, you can get rid of the default navigation keys and instead have a custom navigation keys which will only appear when you need it. To launch it, swipe up from the bottom of the screen. Not only the basic navigation keys, but you do get some additional functionalities like screen off, which will turn off the display without having to press any physical keys. These soft keys will also support the landscape mode, and we get this switcher on our notification panel, which will allow us to quickly turn it on and off. Back to the app, we have option to enable or disable this app, and on general settings we have notification settings, invisible icons, start on boot and so on. On trigger settings, we can change the trigger width, position and sensitivity. On quick bar settings, we can customize the buttons, which requires the pro version of this app. We can select from various themes, like if you want the soft keys of Xperia or any other devices, you can do that from here. You also can select the color of the quick bar, buttons, rings, selections and so on. So a very useful replacement app for most of the Android devices with on-screen navigation buttons. The next one here is the cover lock screen. This is a custom lock screen that provides you with a lot of features. It learns the way you use your phone and automatically adds shortcuts of the apps that you use the most. So kind of a smart lock screen. Over here you have all your apps that you use frequently and swipe to see additional applications. To quickly launch any apps, slide from the app icon and let go. If you want to quickly see the updates on any apps, say for example Facebook, slide the app icon, preview the feed and slide it back. At the top, you can change your profile like home, work, car and out. Change your wallpaper, go to settings, etc. Different profiles have different wallpapers. And when you select profile, you get your apps based on that profile. Like when you select work, you get apps that you use at work. Similarly, when you select car, you get apps that you use while driving. You also get a sidebar on your home screen. You can launch it by sliding from here and release your finger on the app that you want to launch. This sidebar can be launched even while using different apps and games. On settings, you have options for your profiles, like you can change the address, select wireless network and choose ringer preferences. You also have additional options to customize your sidebar and hide apps from the quick launch. You can activate music controls, which you have to go to phone settings and enable cover on the notification axis. And now that you play a song, you get a widget on your lock screen, which I find is very useful. So if you want to replace your stock lock screen with any custom lock screen, this is one of the best lock screens that I have come across.
The next one here is the Sunrise Calendar. This is a great calendar app that lets you manage your day-to-day events, reminders and many more. This app has a very simple UI and is very easy to use. At the top, you have a list of upcoming events, options to switch the calendar layout from vertical to horizontal,
add events and settings. Below that, you have a month's view. You can slide down to see the whole month and scroll through the months. Beneath that, you have your today's view with a list of events and weather as well. You get weather information for morning, afternoon, and the evening. Sliding down will give you tomorrow's view with weather. This feature is very handy as you can create events based on the weather. Also, you can slide down for the rest of the days and see through the upcoming events. This little red icon lets you quickly jump to today. On settings, you can customize visible calendars, notifications, choose default account for calendar, measurement units, refresh intervals, and so on. You can also add different accounts to sync multiple calendars at one place. Another plus side of this application is that it supports iCloud Calendar as well. You also get a widget that shows the list of events of today, and you can quickly add an event via this widget. So a very minimal looking calendar with impressive features. The next one here is the Walkband. Walkband is a music making app that brings famous musical instruments on your Android device. This app is similar to the GarageBand app on iOS. With this app, you can play different musical instruments, record your playing, and many more. When you start this app, you get a list of instruments like keyboard, guitar, drum kit, etc. Here are the shortcuts to Facebook pages, Play Store, and options to manage your recordings, MIDI device, settings, etc. Simply choose the instrument you like and start playing. Like I can choose keyboard here and I can play the keys like on the physical keyboard. To slide around the full keyboard, I can either tap here or here, else I can drag the highlighted part on the keyboard. You can select from different keyboard modes. Start recording. And also you have various keyboard styles available. You can tap here for different options like visible keys, metronome, label, settings, and so on. Similarly, if I choose guitar, I can play different chords, change the lead. I can also change the type of the guitar from here. And again, we have these additional options for the guitar as well. So guys, you get these additional options for each instrument that you choose. On settings, we have settings for count-in, metronome, pressure, keyboard settings, drum pad settings, and many more options to customize this app for the best experience. So a great music making app. The next one here is the WPS Office. WPS Office is a simple office application that lets you create and manage Word documents, presentations, spreadsheets, and PDF files. You have 4 different tabs for recent documents, open documents from cloud storages, and internal storage. Create a new document or memo and go to My Office for its own cloud storages. And here you have app settings. At the top, you have this multitasking icon that shows the number of documents that are currently running. This is a very handy feature as you can work with multiple documents at once. So let's open a document. You can choose mobile view to slide between the pages. And you have different tools to save, share, print wirelessly, and view the file info. You also can flip between the pages using the volume keys. Now to create a document, tap on the document type, like say blank document. So we get word processing tools under blank document like wrap text, font options, paragraph options, insert items, spell checks, word counts, etc. Similarly, we have additional tools for presentations like play, insert slide, etc. And again, we have various tools for spreadsheet as well. We have cell options, data for different formulae, etc. So a great all-in-one office application for your Android. The next one here is the Runtastic Heart Rate. Basically, this app tracks your heart rate. So many things have been said about the Galaxy S5 heart rate sensor because actually to calculate your heart rate, you do not need a dedicated sensor. You can do that on any Android device having a LED flash. So here I am using the HTC One M8. Launch the app and place your index finger right on top of your camera and the LED flash. So let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, there you have the heart rate. You can also select your measuring type, that is whether you are checking your heart rate normally or after a sleep or after any exercises. Now just to check how precise this result is, I will test my heart rate on the Galaxy S5. Coming back to the app, swiping to the right will take you to all your history. You can get the Pro version for additional functionality. And also, we have different apps from Runtastic to measure your footsteps, running distance, etc. On settings menu, we have general settings for this app, user data, tutorial on how to use this app, etc. So if you want to track your heart rate with your phone, you can do that with this app. The next one here is the Camera 2. This is a camera application in which you can choose from a bunch of filters and effects before taking a picture or a video. So as you can see, you get lots of effects that you can choose from before taking the picture. Take a picture and there you see. So guys, if you like adding filters and effects to your pictures and videos, this camera is great for that, as you do not need to edit them again for the effects. On the left hand side, you have all the effects that are categorized like old times, low-mo, vintage, comic, sketch, etc. This is the shortcut to the gallery. This is the button to shoot the video. Shutter button. We also have additional options to rotate the camera, zoom, flash options, focus options, timer, etc. And advanced options like ISO, lighting conditions, aspect ratio, etc. You also get options to adjust the brightness and blurriness of any effect that you choose. Under settings, we have options to manage preview resolution, video resolution, save location, etc. And to preview the pictures taken from this app, you can tap here. So a very fancy camera app with all the necessary features with loads of effects and filters.
The last one for today's episode is the Daily Expenses. This is a very simple expense managing application. We get a very easy to use user interface. Simply add your income that you can categorize. And give a short description if you want to. Add date and time and then save it. Now go back and you can add your expenses. Again, categorize your expenses, give a short description, give the dates and save it. Even the expense categories can be customized in your own way. So very easy for tracking your daily expenses. You can just add your expenses, give a short description on what you spent for and save. Over here you get a quick report on your income, expenses and the remaining balance. You also have movement list, that is income and expenses based on categories, reports by date, and coming to the settings menu, from here you can edit your income categories in case if you feel your income category is not on the list. Same with the expense category. You also have options regarding your currency format, date and time format, as well as your database. And if you want to keep your records private, you also can do that by creating a password for this app. So now that you launch, and there you go, it requires a password. So that's really good, easy to use with all the necessary features and a very simple UI. So that's all for this episode guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you found it useful. I will be coming up with more useful apps in my next episode. Stay tuned for that video and you guys have a great time.